Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us for another stream of Orbit. I know it's been a while, but yeah, we are excited to be back and to talk about what's going on. A lot of the stuff we have today is Apollo related. And as always, I have with me Trevor Blades. Thank you for joining me.
Hey Kurt, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, of course, as always. It wouldn't be the same without you, to be honest. Yeah, and so we've been on a hiatus. Trevor had some vacation, and then we just had like another. I forget why. There was another week, another reason, but there was a reason why we weren't here. And yeah,
Well,
but
my
we're here now.
vacation my vacation extended until
Oh, that's right.
last Monday. That was the
That's
last
what it
day of
was.
my time off. So
Yeah.
uh so yeah, thanks to my you know 1 day too long vacation. It actually cost us two Orbit episodes, not just one. But happy to be back in the saddle and
Yeah.
yeah, excited for today's stream. The
Yeah.
stream layout looks great, I gotta
Thanks.
say.
Yeah, I like it. We're big, we're front and center. I think why not use the space that is available to us, right? I think it looks good.
Yeah,
Um,
it almost like blends together. Like if you squint your eyes a little bit, it looks like we're side by side.
I guess I'd be able to like reach through. Oh,
Oh,
that'd be
wrong
so cool
way.
to like have an arm. Yeah, you went the wrong way. Ah! Yes, yeah, we could almost do a high five. We could do like the Demolition Man high five, or like a
Yeah, we could.
quarantine high five, where you
Ready?
like stop and like, yeah, there it
There we
is. That's amazing. But yeah. So we could absolutely do that, and it's awesome. I like it. I like it.
go.
It's
Hmm.
trying to use up some more space, but yeah, always evolving, always trying to take it up another notch. In the words of Emerald, uh, right? Isn't it Emerald who
Bam.
says that? Bam! We're gonna take it up a
Yes.
notch. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I freaking love it.
I haven't thought about that guy in a long time.
Mm-mm. But he exists, and he is still out there taking it up another notch. So
So we might as well do the same, huh?
we might as well as do the same. So real quick, I'm just snapping a picture of my new little setup here. Boop. There we go. Oh no, that's a video. I totally did that the wrong way. Not very
Oh
good
no.
at technology, folks. Apparently. Boop. All right. But yeah. So I got a new mic. How's it sound, everyone? Let me know how that
Sounds good to
sounds.
me.
Yeah, I'm sure it sounds different, but I'm curious to hear like if it was even a noticeable difference. Because I'm very pumped about this mic. And
I mean, it
you'll be
sounds like you, so that much is good.
yay, it sounds like me. All right. Yeah. So I guess real quick, maybe like we just like it's been a while since we've been here. Uh Kemple Blaze. That is a very I'm very interested in that name. And how you came up with that. And then Crustals, that's a good one, but that was from a while ago. Someone followed us, and their username is Crustals. But yeah, quick catch up. How was your vacation, and how have you been?
Oh, well, vacation was good. Pretty low key. Just um, hung out with family and um, didn't do much else. Went skateboarding a couple times, and
Ooh, nice. Did you find any
it
good
was
spots?
just like a skate park near my sister's house, and park near my dad's house,
Nice.
and then I went hit up some street spots in Toronto. But other than that, that's the extent of it. Um, yeah, just got to have some uncle time.
Nice.
Uh, a 1 year old niece, and so got to got to spend some time with her, and that was really nice.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and yeah, I mean, other than that, things are going pretty well. I spent some more time working on like finishing up this like share image. Um, what do you call it? Like a share image sandbox kind of thing that I was working on a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And so that's nearly ready to put out there in the internet, and that's exciting.
That is exciting. That's always exciting to put things out into the internet.
Yeah, and I think that that's going to be a bit of a theme here in today's episode. There's in our Apollo life, we've done a little bit of that recently too. So
haven't we?
Yeah, but
I
that's
can't wait.
yeah. Thanks for asking. That's kind of my last couple weeks in a nutshell.
Hey, what's up, Xander? Awesome. So glad that you can make it. Oh, whoa, Michael Graham. We will definitely check that out. I'm just going to go ahead and get that link opened up over here so I have it later so I don't lose it. But very cool. Yeah, we will definitely add that to the list of things to check out. I love seeing stuff like this. And what I'm speaking of, stuff like this, in case folks didn't see it in the chat, Michael Graham has made a COVID-19 like GraphQL, I would imagine, API. So very curious to check that out and see what's going on.
And I mean, on the back of that, if anybody else has, I mean, this is true of every Orbit episode. If anybody has links that you want us to check out on stream, just pop them in the chat, and if they're relevant, we will.
I guess chat would
happily do that.
No, it would be down over in that corner. Pop it in the chat. I wonder if that's the right corner. Was that the right corner? Let me know. I think so, because I'm screen left and chat's on the right. So yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. It's that way.
Yeah, chat's right here.
Yeah.
I can see it. It's right there.
Oh, cool. So you can see it. That's what it was. I couldn't see through you, so that's why I couldn't see chat. Got it. Okay. All right. That all makes sense. Awesome. Yeah, we got another thing. iOS, I guess maybe. Apollo blog. Caching. Very cool. Interesting. We'll check that out too. Real quick updates for me. It was Halloween. We had a lot of fun. We did like a Halloween at home. I feel like this thing's like losing focus on me when I come back here. There we go. I'm trying to use autofocus and it's questionable. It's sus, to say the least. Oh, I still have eye makeup on from yesterday from my daughter giving me a makeover. I don't know if anyone can see that. Some nice eyeshadow. Yeah, it's all that has survived. So Halloween was awesome. You know, we did a stay-at-home Halloween, and then yesterday we just kind of chilled. I got a makeover. Like I said, I got a at-home spa day, so that was nice. And then, that was like pretty much the gist of it. Other than working on a lot of exciting things, I've been scouring the web for some of the best content that I can find around given topics, which is like a big hint into kind of like our first, I guess, item of choice. Should we go ahead and should we handle chat submissions first, or would you rather go through our list first? What's the dilly?
Yeah, let's just go through it. I put the COVID GraphQL API on the list.
So then we'll just go through the list. Yeah, and I think maybe am I gonna get this right? Eosia? Oh wow, I got nothing here. Eosiax 5? Eosiax, thank you. 5. Link to this caching post. I'm curious if you want us to talk about that or if you just like sharing it. Let's go. Let's add that to the list. What do you say? All right. Here we go. I feel like there should be like, do I even have the rocket? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
So here we go. If I could just find where I put all of these links. Hey, here we go. Oh, right. This one I should know off the top of my heart right now. This is like a really big one. So I'm going to flip us over to the browser here in a sec. But I am going to let you handle kind of this update, if you will. Okay. And then we'll go from there. Oh, but this is refusing to play, interestingly, because I wonder if it's 2 weeks old. But let's go. Let's flip over. Let's one thing at a time. I digress. Here we go.
As LEG says, I digest.
I digest. Boom. So here we are. We are at the new Apollo Developer Hub. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is a project that especially Blades has been working on for quite some time. And we are
Nice.
very excited to kind of like soft launch this for you. I think it's because that stream is over 2 weeks. I don't think the video is there anymore.
No, you know what it is.
Ooh, do tell.
Um, it is actually the fact that with Twitch. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta. Uh, mm,
What did I do?
You got. Well, no, you got to. In your Twitch embeds, you have to pass a parent query parameter.
Yes.
And I think I passed apollographql.com and not www.apollographql.com.
Well, I'm
So
on
to fix that,
apollographql.com. Should I go to oh no, I'm not. It's just
no,
being shortened.
it is actually www. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
interesting.
just gonna make that change parent to www, and that change will be hopefully live in a few moments.
In a few moments.
But
aside from that's not playing the video. It still takes you there, but I think that's a very small part of what we have here. So the very first thing that we'll talk about, is this feed. So this is kind of the news feed where we'll start adding more and more types of like ingest paths. But right now, this is kind of going to give you an overview of what's going on within the Apollo ecosystem. So we'll be putting things in here from streams and blog posts, tweets about really interesting things, events. You could imagine all kinds of different things funneling into this feed to kind of give you overview. Actually, I'm going to hand it over. I'm going to let you go through this because you built it. So why don't you go ahead?
Sure. Welcome to the Developer Hub. In general, the Developer Hub is meant to be like a kind of like a central place for resources and updates about Apollo and our ecosystem to be surfaced and curated and like packaged in a really nice way. So as Kurt mentioned, the first thing we see here is a feed of all the latest things that that appeared in the Apollo ecosystem. Like he said, blog posts, streams, tweets, tutorials, and basically everything else that you can think of. Below that is this new concept that we're calling collections, and collections touches on that curated part that I mentioned at the top. Collections are just groups of resources that all align on a common topic. So you can see here we've got collections for tooling, state management, running your graph in production, federation, auth, and more subjects to come. But these are like the 5 subjects that we thought would be like a good set to launch with. If you click into any of these collections, if you go to collection, you'll see a collection is comprised of, well, you get a little description about what the topic is about. You have a quote from the person who created the collection talking about what you can expect to get from this, and then all of the collection resources themselves are listed below, and just like the feed, these resources can be a combination of docs, blog posts, tutorials, conference talks, basically everything, anything that we think qualifies as that like top tier, best in class resource. These are the things that will show up here. And the problem that this is solving is twofold. One is that, well, not everybody learns the same way, and sending somebody a link to the docs about caching, or a blog post about caching or a tutorial about caching is going to have a different effect depending on how this person prefers to learn.
Yeah.
And instead, what we wanted to do is combine, just collect all of the best resources about a particular subject, and then have this as that thing that you send people when they ask, I want to learn more about caching in Apollo. Where do I start? Well, here's a collection of all of the best resources about caching, and this includes, videos. It includes there might be a blog post or a stream or certainly docs, and you can kind of choose your own adventure from there depending on how you prefer to go about consuming these resources.
Yeah, and I think one thing too that I want to add is just that, like, these collections, they're probably not going to be like a clear cut solution to the problem that you face. It's kind of, as Blades mentioned, with the multitude of different formats in which you can find it. It's more meant to be a primer. It's meant to surface content in multiple forms, hopefully surfacing some content in a type of which you like, with the information that you need to either solve your problem or know the conversations to have and where to get started and what things are called and what are the best tools and resources. And like, these collections can contain anything, like you said, from some of them link to open source repos, and link to guides or tutorials, or even sometimes paid courses if we think the content's really good. But we always do like say that it's like paid, like to give you the heads up. But like, we don't care where the content comes from as long as it delivers solutions to the problems that people face with Apollo and GraphQL. So I just wanted to really like focus on that like, hopefully you come to the collection and get the answer, but if you don't, at least you should at the very least leave with knowing what you need to do next, right? And eventually the goal is to make these if not solutions, get the information that's needed folded up. There's like, we'll never be able to create enough content for all the different things folks want to do with Apollo. It's just, we could never keep up, no matter how big of a team we had. And not only that, we also love y'all and the hard work that you do. And this is a fantastic way for us to be able to surface work that is done by the community. And finally, for the first time, work done by the community, not technically on an Apollo property, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We got some spam. Boom. I'm on it.
Oh, dude, we need some followers.
Yeah, we do need followers, but we're gonna get them a different way.
We'll yeah. Thanks so much, Zangili.
Yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay. So more. Do you want to anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to. So let's actually go. Can you go to the production ready graphs collection? I just want to show people what some of these other features look like.
Yeah.
That you're talking about, like in these feed items. For example, if you scroll down, you'll see.
Boom.
You'll see sometimes we also include non-Apollo. Content that wasn't created by Apollo. As Kurt mentioned, this is a place where we want to surface the best resources on these topics. It doesn't matter whether it's from us or from a community member. If it qualifies as that like top tier resource and we think it would be useful, it's gonna get added.
Yeah.
In addition, towards the bottom of the screen there, you can see we highlight paid resources. So these are something where you have to buy a book or buy the course.
Yeah.
So in some cases we'll surface that kind of content as well. But like Kurt said, we want to make it really clear that this is paid. And the other side of this, I mentioned that collections, or the objective behind collections, is twofold. It's one, providing content that appeals to people no matter what your preferred method of learning is, and the other is if we go to like the auth collection, for example,
Off. Let me go back there. Boop.
These collections, they comprise a whole, some of these topics are rather broad. Auth, for example, there's so many different avenues you can go down with auth. It's like, how do I send an auth header with my GraphQL request on the client? How do I process that on the server? What's the difference between authorization and authentication? There's all of these different avenues you can take with a given subject, and so collections also serve that purpose. It's like, for a broad topic like auth, here are all of the different things that you might need to take into consideration, where landing on an auth docs article on the server repo, or like in the server docs, that's only giving you a small piece of the pie. And so collections represent like a curated set of resources about these more broad topics.
And there are more in the works. Of course, we're not going to flood with collections because that would be overwhelming. But there are a few more. Like, we want learning GraphQL, right? Like, if I land here and I'm interested in GraphQL, but I don't really know anything, none of these collections are very useful to me. Learning GraphQL. We're also going to have one for GraphQL with Android and GraphQL with iOS. So look out for those. I'm working with our open source teams to get these all curated and added to DevHub. So they'll be coming out real soon. So yeah, we're really trying to use this as a way to aggregate and curate awesome resources around common problems faced by the community, so that y'all don't have to do this legwork yourself, right? Like that. Now you could just come right here to the developer hub and have a great baseline to start out with. No more like opening 50 tabs on Google searches.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I really want to emphasize that this is meant to be like an effort to empower the community, to highlight some of the great work from the community, and give back in a way. So we're really excited about that. That's kind of what we're about over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm just realizing I have to account for is that I don't have a way to deal with banned messages that come through chat, and I need to fix that.
Oh, like on stream, you mean?
Yeah, because like the message is technically still there. I mean, I could just wipe it, and then you wouldn't see any of the other ones. Like if I wonder if refresh the layout, but that's gonna like break the whole. Actually, wait, it's just chat. I can just refresh this one. Yo, that's so dope. Refresh. See?
I wonder if nice dude.
Sorry. Yeah.
Does the Twitch API give or send out like events when somebody was banned from chat or a message was deleted?
They do.
So technically you could like listen for those and then modify your.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just currently not something that I have implemented, but like I know what I would need to do. I just now need to go in and do it. I haven't thought, like, this hasn't happened since then. This is why it's important to have user testing in QA, folks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anything else? Oh, so I just want to talk about too, like the future of our developer hub. Like, a lot more things are going to be coming in here and happening here. So like events that are related to Apollo. I mean, right now you can already get to the calendar, no problem. But eventually I'd like to see a section where you could like look at previous events and the talks and all that. Yeah, Dave. Yes, it does depend on which API you need.
Complicated is being generous there, Mr. Tables.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But I think those, you could probably get these messages right out of TMI. So like, hopefully that's abstracted from us. Hopefully, we'll see.
Sorry, you were saying future of Developer Hub.
Oh, right. Yeah, so essentially, like, we want a section for all of the events, like Apollo days, and stuff like that. It'd be really cool to just be able to come here and see exactly which event is next, go to previous events, maybe, have the talks and stuff there. I think would be really fantastic. We're also looking at what it looks like to have more types of community actions like surface. Like, it'd be really cool in the newsfeed when folks open up their first PRs or do things like that to surface that kind of information. But we just have to see how that would work so as to not spam the feed. Like, there's a lot of interesting things that we can do, but hey, we're a small team, we're figuring it out. This is the MVP. This was the most important pieces. Now you can figure out what's going on in the community, and you have a place to come for curated resources. So we are working on those problems. Next up is surfacing more information and showing more of community contributions, things like that. But yeah, very cool stuff.
By the way, if you go back to the homepage, that change that I made earlier, off screen but on stream, is now live.
Hey,
so
look at that. So yeah, you can watch
Twitch bed.
Yeah, you can watch the live stream from right here. How cool is that?
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Kyle posted a comment or a question in chat. Is there a request section? Might pick up a topic or two in my free time. I don't know.
I think for collections might be asking.
Maybe for collections, but it reminded me of an idea that we had of like providing a form essentially for people to submit. If you created something, some resource or something that's interesting and relevant to appear on the Developer Hub feed, like providing a form to allow community members to submit their work as well. I think that to me seems like a pretty sweet idea.
Yes.
Like if you just put out some interesting GraphQL resource, you can get it on Apollo Developer Hub.
Yeah. And we'll be out there. So like a lot of this stuff that you'll see coming up and like honestly in future orbits and stuff, you'd also be able to find here, like things that are interesting enough to talk about here. They're also interesting enough in most cases for the feed as well. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that I think that pretty much does it for Developer Hub for me. This is a new thing. These it's very very much like going to be an evolving thing. So stay tuned for more updates on this. But we're really excited to share this one with you guys today.
Yeah, very excited. We've been working on this for a while and super pumped. Interesting.
Okay, Kyle. I think I got you. Yeah, kind of like
got it.
Like a writing prompt.
Got it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Almost like a board, right? Like a writing board. Like you'd be like, oh, I'm looking for content on this, and then folks could like just look and see what people were looking for. That's interesting. I like that. Yeah, and so yes, the thing is, it is a cool project. Thank you, David. We love it. We're very proud of it. But yeah, anything we can do to help clear pathways and make y'all's lives easier, we're all about it. But yeah, I think that I'm excited to see what comes over the next year and how it changes and morphs. And as you're on the site and you use it, or if you think of things, let us know too. We'd love to hear your feedback, as always. And with that, we should move on to our next item, only for the sake of time, because I do know that we have to wrap up, and we've dedicated a decent amount of time to DevHub, which it rightly deserves. But I want to make sure that we get our list has grown, so I just want to make sure we get to everything.
Yeah, let's speed through these things.
Yeah. So the next one, I don't really have a link to other than to register for the event. And if you've been following along, on Twitter. You might know eventually we'll have like a page for these Apollo days. But yeah, there's an Apollo Day coming up on November 10th, which is really an event focused on Apollo and generally like targeted towards a particular use case. So like in this case, it's more towards like front end developers and React. So a lot of content about GraphQL and React and front end and stuff like that. So a little bit of like tooling, some MDX stuff, some other stuff. Actually caching. So is going to be one of the talks. What did we say? How does this go? EOSIAT? Sias X5.
I was wondering where you were gonna go. Yeah. How did we decide to pronounce that person's name? We'll call them
EO. EOSIAS X5. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Yes, but anyway, yeah, talking about caching, there is a talk specifically on caching, so it might be worth registering and checking out. Also, there will be in Ask Me Anything with Jen Creighton and Ben Newman. So Jen is working on full steam ahead on like developer tooling. So that's like your dev tools, both in like Chrome and Firefox, as well as like on open source and on the client. And Ben has been doing a lot of work on the client and on the caching and state management side of things. So great resources, and it's an AMA. So again, sign up, get those caching questions asked, get them answered right from the source. We're also going to have, some talks from the community. Oh, and talking of like things getting released, kind of like DevHub, there's a really cool new feature being released for Apollo Studio. Very useful to front-end developers. Ooh, very useful. I'm excited about it. And sneak peek. So like some stuff. I don't know how many people are familiar with Explore inside of Studio. So let me just get this opened up real quick.
Right, Xander? Yeah, the Kurt knows how to do it.
Right, oh, you like that?
Typeform.
Oh yeah, we like Typeform. Yeah, I can't take the credit though. That goes to Typeform, that goes to Tim who did the designs, and that goes to Julia who created the form. I literally did none of it. So
okay, yeah, forget what I said then.
Yeah, no credit goes to me, other than I said let's try Typeform. That was like about the extent of my contribution to that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's good. You got the ball rolling, but
I got the ball rolling.
Full credit. I guess we'll spread the credit. That's the way to go.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so this is not going to quite work. I'm flipping over it real quick. It won't quite work because I don't have jam spam run up. I actually could point it at the backend API URL, but I don't feel like going to get it. But point being, this is Explorer. It is like a graphical or GraphQL playground, only it does things that like those only wish that they could. Like really, really, really awesome and interesting things. There's like a whole list of them. But long story short is you could do things like run subscriptions in here. That's number one. You can run subscriptions and they'll update on the other side. So like if this was connected, I could play the subscription, and it's not going to work because we're going to get a status no because I'm not connected to the API. But if I were, we could then fire off mutations and see our subscriptions. You can get estimates. If I turn on the settings for this, I can, let's see, turn some of this stuff off. Response hits. So I can get like examples. It would show example data of like what I can expect to get. Field latency. So I could show this and it will tell me before I even hit run how long each field will take on average to resolve. What's the 95 percentile response time? Mind-boggling. You can now inline and you can directly, where is it? Inline variables. And I don't know if I have this yet. I'm like not getting it.
No.
To show well, it's because I have it zoomed in.
Are you not feature flagged?
No, I don't. I think it's out. I think it's out for everyone. I think it's because I'm zoomed in. It's breaking the context menus. So let me go back to 100% and see if that fixes everything.
Okay.
It'll be small for y'all.
100.
100. Yeah, it's just like the placement of this is very weird for this menu. I can't get it to show up, but I should be able to extract variables.
There
So
we go.
yeah, so you can inline and inline variables. Boop. So it just put them in line for me, and then I can undo it. Well, let me hit Command Z. Does Command Z? Yeah, it does. It works in here. That's cool. And then you can also take them out. So like here, like you can reverse it. So like I can actually inline. Well, this isn't gonna work because play sound type 2. I must have like duplicated. That's why. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's just clean up some stuff in here. Boop. Okay. So now, like in here, I can inline these. So I don't need a type 2 play sound. Let's get rid of this. Boop. So now if I come here and I inline this or not, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm breaking everything. Don't ever let me demo anything that you do. But why is it not showing up now? What did I just do?
I don't know, dude. The text is too small for me to read.
It's so tiny for y'all. But anyway, long story short is you can inline.
I love the sound effects though, like boop, and then it's like broken.
Yo, all right. Long story short is you'll be able to use this, as I do a terrible job of showing it off. You'll be able to use this with local development is essentially the gist I'm getting at. So right now you can only use this with graphs that are like registered, right? Like that you've pushed to Apollo Studio, but pretty soon you'll be able to do it when you're developing locally, which means like as an API developer, I could start spinning up an API, connect Explorer to it, create subscriptions, and like start monitoring subscriptions immediately, doing mutations and queries, full development lifecycle of an API without needing a client, which has never been needed before. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's bop. What am I doing?
Boop.
Yeah. Whoosh. Right? Wasn't whoosh one? Zap.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing them. I must not have it on pass through. Is it playing?
I'm getting them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. But that's it. That's a gist. So that's Explorer. Sorry for the really bad demo, but I broke everything by sizing it up and then not sizing it. But anyway, really cool stuff happening there. And yeah, so we're gonna kind of go over how all that works at Apollo Day. So check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, and then let's see, what else do we got? So that's Apollo Day. Come and hang out with me. Oh, emceed by the one and only Demetrius Clark. Hype man extraordinaire. Yeah, but I don't know if I mentioned who the. Can I get a bop? I don't know if I mentioned, but the speakers are going to be Monica Powell, Scott Stalinsky, and Laura. Who else? I'm now forgetting who the third speaker is. But I know how to find out because I have it written down like an adult. I actually don't have it like written down. Oh my God, why are you not working? What I do have, my computer is like getting very sluggy. Is the social card. I'm gonna pull it up here. Boom. Laura Beatrice, that's it. She's gonna be talking about caching. I knew it was Laura. Sorry, Laura. I do apologize. Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. Come hang out. And with that, let's move on to our next item. Which is more awesomeness related. Let me copy this link. And I guess I can flip us back over to the desktop. Eve Porcello is literally right now, as I'm saying these words, giving free GraphQL training. They've been doing a bunch of these, her and Alex. I think they have like one a month. You could literally just leave us and go join this right now. We wouldn't be offended. It's free GraphQL training from Moon Highway, and I don't know if you know, but
I would understand.
Yeah, even Alex, they do a lot. I would totally understand. I'm thinking about ending the stream and jumping in.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to hang on to you here, for at least a couple more moments. But if you would prefer to stick around with us, it's totally fine because they were going to be recording this whole webinar, and you can watch it back. All you need to do is, unfortunately, Kyle, it's a webinar on Zoom. Otherwise, we would certainly
absolutely
give him a host. But if you head over to Eve's tweet, linked in chat, and you click on the link, and you can just register for the webinar. You'll get an email
and you'll get
when the recording is ready.
Yep.
And so you can just watch it back, and no sweat for spending the whole morning with us and missing the live webinar.
No harm, no foul, as I like to say.
Indeed.
Yeah. No harm and hey, so this is kind of spooky. See your query plans for federated queries in Explorer. So here's something else it can do. Thanks, Kyle.
This time in GIF form, so we can't.
Yeah, I can't break it.
It can't be cursed by a demo.
I burnt the shit out of it. I really did. But yeah, here it's in GIF form. Probably kind of small to see. But long story short is you can get information about like the schema hash and just see exactly what the query planner is going to run for the queries that you do. What services is it going to hit? Kyle, this might be interesting to you. So I'm very excited about this one. This is also like, I think like the thing about these meta commands and what I like to focus on and a lot of people miss is like a tool like Explorer, GraphQL Playground. Yes, they are awesome for development. What they are even more awesome for is being a center of communication, a tool for getting everyone in the company from design and product and everything to using the same terminology when talking about we do need an RIP meme. Oh, that'd be genius. I don't even think the meme overlay is in here. But yeah, we like a nice gravestone RIP or something like that, or like somebody being scorpioned because they like fell the wrong way.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. Sorry. Long story short is that these type of features are amazing when you're talking about your data or your infrastructure and your graph, and you're trying to walk somebody through what's going to get called on each service. You can fudge this in each federation. I don't.
Oh yeah. In each.
Oh yeah.
In each separate service.
Hey Docker, why don't you mind your business? I'll skip this version.
Uninstall.
Uninstall Docker. How dare you? But yeah. So that is that.
The last time you ever pop it.
Yeah. I love Docker way too much to uninstall it. I use it all the time. Actually, that's not true. Like lately, I don't, but I used to use it all the time, especially Kitematic. If you're not familiar, if you ever use Docker containers or you want like a local database just very easily, like Kitematic is the best way. Ooh, the coffin dance. Yes. Yeah, that would be a great one. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Copy link. Hey, so we've made it into community contributions. So let's go check this out. All right, so what we've got here, collapse, is this is for Mike. So Michael, thank you for submitting this. Honestly, you're one of the first people to actually like give us a link and have us go check out something. And also, boop, there you go. Definitely gonna star that. Got you.
Oh, very cool.
Got you. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, this is awesome. This looks so great. So a Neo4j GraphQL API for the database used by COVID Graph Project. Freaking awesome, yo. Thank you so much for making this. This is amazing. So of course we could open up GraphQL Playground, which we could go check out right here. Why don't we? YOLO.
Could you bump the text up a couple points?
Oh, oops. Thanks. I certainly can. So here we go. So let's just take a look at the docs. So this is awesome. So basically we can Well, if I knew what I was looking for, you can go through. Ooh, city. So like, yeah, here we go. We can start doing stuff, making queries and whatnot. Um, Interesting. It returns an array of city, which has their facilities. I wonder if facility has trials.
Wow.
Wow, this is deep, yeah. There's an example query back in the README. Nice. I'm gonna go check it out. Thank you. I just love digging into GraphQL docs because it's like so fun just to see. Like already just from this, I could tell that by city, I can figure out the clinical trials that are being done. I can get the URL to them, who conducted it, was it regulated, all this kind of interesting stuff. Sorry, that's a digression, but yeah. Okay, so let's go back real quick. But we're gonna...
Is FDA approved?
Yes, I'm FDA approved.
I want to know all of the non-FDA approved ones.
Yeah, seriously. Although FDA approval is kind of like... It's a very sketchy thing.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know
for
that.
sure. Lobbying makes everything sketchy. It's like
everything.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like things that are FDA approved that are terrible for you, and there's things that are FDA approved that are like 100% like natural and like it's yeah. I don't even want to. That's
wacky.
Yeah, it is wacky. It's a derailment that we don't need
Subject
right now.
for another day.
Yeah. This is so cool.
Put it on next week's Orbit.
Yeah, stay tuned for Kurt's rant about the FDA.
Ooh, I'm tuning in for that.
I will come prepared with links and like I'll get I'll move the panel board over. I'll get some thumbtacks and some string and I'm gonna lay it out.
Oh yeah, yarn it up.
I'm gonna yarn it up. You
gotta print all of your evidence on sheets of paper and wave it in the air so it makes that sound
and throw them.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait. That'll be fun. So stay tuned for that.
And in the meantime, this looks really, really cool.
Yeah. In the meantime, all jokes aside, let's go back to the README so I can drop this in chat, even though you already shared it, just for folks in case they missed it. Yo, Michael, this is awesome. This is a really cool project. I'll be sharing this with a lot of other folks as well. Yeah, this is cool. Thank you so much for putting this together.
Yeah, so this is obviously free to use for anybody. Like if you have an idea of like a web project that you want to make for visualizing or making use of, or like deriving some other conclusions from COVID-19 data, I guess you can just go ahead and point your GraphQL client towards this API and it'll work, right?
Yeah, which is super dope.
Michael, I'm curious what you're using, or like how you're hosting this. Like how is this living and
Well, we went to Surge, right? Is that where we went to the URL? Was that Surge or Now? So it's deployed to Now. So it's on Versal, I would say. Looks like.
Dude, that is awesome.
Nice. Versal for now on the $20 a month plan. Very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to see the documentation and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. Seriously, we can't have enough of this stuff, really. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't even know there were COVID graph servers. That's cool. Jeez, that's so awesome. Which actually brings to the next thing, but I think we've already covered like caching enough. Like I think what was being asked is like to cover caching, like talk about caching. And I'm not sure.
Here's what we will do actually is I can actually just link. I'm gonna drop a link in chat to. Wait a minute. I want to see. Do we have a caching? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to drop a link to the caching
collection
and state management collection in Developer Hub.
Yeah.
We talked about at the top of the show. And this contains a bunch of really good resources on the subject. I believe that maybe
Laura
even
Beatrice's talk
anyway.
is coming up on Apollo Day, November 10th. That's going to be about caching. The AMA with Ben and Jen is a fantastic opportunity for those niche questions, those things that you just can't
Yep.
find anywhere in the content. It's a free event. I didn't say that before. Apollo Day is 100% free. Like, registering really is just like so that you end up with a Discord link and to stay notified like of what's going on, like, so you don't forget it's coming up, add it to your calendar and such. But that's it. So, like, it's a totally free event. Definitely recommend going to that and checking that out. And then so I hope that helps on the caching story. I just, like, Orbit is really like, we're just trying to surface kind of new and what's going on. We do derailments, but like caching is something we do derailments. Caching is like a whole can of worms, and and also we only have 7 minutes, so that's another.
I think that's fine. We're gonna squeak in just under our time.
Yeah, but a caching conversation would take us way out. Yeah. But next up, really, I'm just gonna drop a link in chat and then just tell y'all we're still hiring. We still have roles open. For developer educator, DX engineer, a couple other awesome roles. Check them out. Actually, I think we have quite a few roles open right now. There's also some stuff for like full stack engineers, not on our DX team. So really, we've been talking about the DX team roles, but there's like roles open on the engineering side. Cause like, let's not forget that Apollo is a company with a product, and as such, we need developers to build that product and all those other folks that circle around that, right? There's a lot of opportunity there.
A wise man, Steve Ballmer, once said, "Developers, developers, developers," and yeah, that's
what he said.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
What can you add, really?
Really,
what else can you add to that?
Enough said.
Did I drop the link? I did. Yes, perfect. Cool. Yeah, so apply, because
plenty of positions on there, though.
Plenty of positions.
Systems engineer, full stack engineer. If you're not an engineer, we have plenty of like
other
sales
things.
positions,
Yeah.
marketing positions, designer, product designer positions, project manager decisions.
Yep.
Decisions. Positions.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Positions. And Xander requests a Ballmer costume next Halloween.
Oh my gosh, I've never really been much of a costume guy.
I volunteer as tribute. Then I would do it. I like costumes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. Which also, I will seriously do that. I should be Ballmer next year. For that.
That'd be
I could be Ballmer's peak and just get, a little tipsy, and be Ballmer's
get like,
peak.
0.5% blood alcohol
and
content.
Then just code for hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next up, and our last thing, which isn't related to GraphQL at all and might not be related to a very large portion of our audience, but is very, very important for a select few of us, which is anyone who resides within the United States. Tomorrow is election day. Get out there and vote. Your vote counts. Your vote matters. And it's important that we vote and help decide the future of our nation. So go vote.
Vote.
Yeah, go vote. And that's it. I think we made it through everything. That's all I've got. Do you have anything else?
I'll just reiterate, if you live in America, please go vote.
Please, for the love of everything, go vote.
And one more thing. Make sure you vote.
Oh, that's right.
It's really important.
That was what we wanted to say before we signed off.
Participate in your democracy. This is a right that that we should be proud to enact, and so yeah.
Yeah. So one last time, please go vote.
Do that.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. For me anyway. Is there anything else that comes to mind for you, Kurt?
Just that I love y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. It's always so fun to chill with you. And there's a lot of cool stuff happening in Apollo. Normally, these streams are not as Apollo specific. We normally have a lot more going on. We had a couple community things in here, but there's just a lot happening. We're busy. We're trying to make moves, y'all. We're making moves. Yeah, and as such, we're hiring because we want to make moves with you. So tell your friends, tell your friends to vote and to apply to come work at Apollo. We're going to put vote as number 1 and then apply to work at Apollo as a very close number 2.
Only after you've done number 1.
Exactly. Yeah. Time to move to the polls. I wish that we could raid the polls and just take you all right there.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
One day.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, that's it. Let's get out of here. You got things to do. I got things to do. Y'all have things to do. Get out of here. What do you
let me just browse very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I want to see.
While you do that, I'm going to point at this back here, everyone. Do you see this? This is my dumpster fire. And this is 2020 in a pixel animation. And it's with me every day now to remind me that this year is a complete dumpster fire. But yeah, Wonderful. Take care, Michael. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for submitting that awesome link and building that awesome project. We need more of that. Thank you.
All right, I got one. We're gonna raid Techlahoma, Oklahoma Tech Conference.
All right, heck yeah, Techlahoma.
And hope it's a good watch. But that's it for us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again.
Always.
Thanks, Michael, for the great COVID graph link. That was really interesting, and thanks, Kurt, for running the show, man.
Oh, as always, I couldn't do it without you. All right, everyone, peace out.
Bye-bye.